ايش ما نزلت في التويتر ولا ايه؟
شفت مقطع حق وليد بن طلال.
مم. اخي صوتك يا ابوي ترى فك بث انا. طيب ايش باقي؟ هي شفت ممزح مع
ايه
بنته. يا اخي ما شاء الله مسحهم تحس فيه فلوس.
اي والله.
الصوت العام. الله 60 اطار.
انسى.
توسط.
هذا على البلاي ستيشن 5 اللعبه.
لا
Encode
السنة
your
فور.
DNA.
اوه
هذا البدائي.
يا
دمدمدون.
شوف كلهم. دمدم ديكس.
طيب ايش ناخذ؟
ديكس، شوف. لا انزل اخر شيء. ما شفت اخر شيء. انزل والله هذا عليه وجه فوق.
الطجم هذا اختيار النسل. الله يلعن النسل اللي انت طالع فيه يا اخو. شايف وجهك؟
هو نفسه معروف. شوف الحظ ولا هذا.
انا اشوف هذا وجهه كويس والله دمدمدون مدري دمدمدون كلعته.
ايوه هذا وجه.
هذا وجهه كويس تحسه ولد حواري. ناخذه.
هو الذكاء. شوف اطلع فوق.
طجم مستحيل انه ذكي.
الحيوية.
لا انا اشوف هذا. انا اشوف هذا افضل واحد.
شوف مرغل.
طجم اشوف وجهه كيف.
اي والله.
هذا افضل واحد انا اشوف. كذا شكله غبي.
البدائي.
خلاص نختار هذا.
Define your genetic structure.
كذا ذكي. يا ولد قاعد ببطن امه 9 شهور 8 شهور بس عشان وجهه. عشان راسه ذا استغفر الله. الباقي تكمل الشعر اللي باقي تكمل جسمه.
لا وجه الحمار اطلع.
خلوا وسط افضل شيء. ايش رايك؟
عدل فيه
ترى هي نفس يوم تعدل عليه. شوف هنا تبدا القوه تضعف والهذا فاهم.
روح فوق القوه. حط القوه. شكله
بس قوي لكن غبي. ايش الفائده؟ ايش الفائده؟
اهم شيء القوه.
طيب قوي بس قوي بس غبي ما ينفع.
شوف الذكاء بالله حط.
يعني ايش هو؟
الذكاء حط على الذكاء.
راسه يكبر. لا خلوا تدري وسط والله افضل شيء وسط على اقوى فاهم زي كذا انا اشوف افضل شيء.
وش الجاذبيه دي يعني ايش؟
والله ما ادري يا اخو. والله الجاذبيه شوف رقبته قديش.
جذاب يعني.
ايه خلوا كذا افضل شيء كذا.
Choose a genetic resilience.
خطر بيولوجي.
اختار مقاومه. اوه
يمديك تخليها في النص.
اذا في النص كله 6% صح؟ خلاص 6%.
Choose your first style.
اختار نمط فروك. طيب الفرو يعني يختلف في القوة؟ لا
شوف احلى فرو. اي هذا احلى والله. لا اي والله.
كذا ما شفنا.
هذا
ولا ذا هذا احلى.
شوف ارجع الثاني.
شوف هذا بس عينه، لكن طالع هذا اذنه وعينه ورجوله وانت بكرامه. ايش تبغى ناخذ؟
Pick your main color.
ايش هذا؟ لونك الرئيسي
اوه
اسود، ما في اسود.
الا حقهم الثاني R2 L2.
اوه ايش تبغى ناخذ؟
انا موف، خليه موف.
موف
غمق وحطه موف
كذا.
موف غامق غامق موف غامق.
قلب اسود. ها
غمق شويه بس. شوف اي هذا حلو ذا.
Choose your detail color.
اوه الثاني. ثاني ثاني انت مختار. اوه حلو. ارجع والله حلو ولا
والله يا اخوك ما ادري.
ما ادري. شوف
انا والله سيء في الالوان يعني الصراحه، يعني اكون معك صريح سيء.
دقيقه حط
فسفوري
كل لحجه.
زي حقين جدة اللي يجوا لك على الكورنيش. ها
اي والله.
علاقي ها شعر صدره طالع. لا الله يقرفهم يا شيخ.
أعوذ بالله. لا لا خلي ابيض شوي.
كذا حلو صح؟
لا 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 مرة لا. لا فتح شوي. فتح التو ما ادري ارتو. ايوه كذا حلو.
كذا
لا لا يسار. ايوه
Pick a command. Deadeye. Commando. Psyfreak. Saboteur. Sentinel.
برافو.
دقيقة
Deadeye.
خلينا نشوف.
Commando.
بدائي.
فدائي.
Psyfreak.
الممسوخ.
Saboteur.
المخرب.
خله مخرب احلى شيء.
والله
Commando.
الفدائي انا شايفه مرة ولد ناس. شوف كيف شكله، حسه
Sentinel.
المراقب.
Saboteur. Psyfreak.
هو يا-
Commando. Deadeye.
انا عجبني المخرب.
Commando.
مخرب؟
Saboteur.
ايش لبسه حلو والسكاكين.
ما علي في اللبس، انا علي في
Command. Saboteur.
الاشياء اللي معاه.
اللي معاه. طيب المخرب مستكشف ماهر ما
Commander.
هو
Deadeye.
افضل واحد هذا على ما اعتقد. إعادة ترقيم مساحات بعيدة المدى فورا ويمنح مشتق التالي 20% ضرر.
Commando.
طب الفدائي
Psyfreak. Saboteur. Sentinel. Saboteur.
ايش اخر واحد ايش؟
Sentinel.
المراقب. والله افضل
Commando.
واحد هذا شكله مرة كويس.
خلاص يحط.
مختاره؟
Commando chosen.
اخترت فدائي.
Sounds good. Here's somebody with a troubled past, drawn into the spotlight of a story that's already begun. We're already at a crossroads. Choosing a path in life is that fork in the road where you make a choice or simply stop living.
طيب وش الطريق؟
But for you, a crossroad, but a choice, a reflection of the primal energy that flows through everything.
لوني ازرق فاتح ممثلا الحرية والوفاء. انا احمر بمعنى القوة والنفوذ. ها
ازرق.
ازرق
وفي خليك وفي.
وفي الله
Let me introduce myself. I'm the light and bright side of you, or your inner voice to be precise, an echo of balance and consequence of your actions as you move forward.
تباها تيجي مع هذه، تباها يجي معاك على طول ولا ما تباها؟
ايوه لست متاكد من النور يناسبني.
يمين.
ها
يمين.
Seems more like you're being light-headed if you ask me, but you'll come around eventually.
But what comes around goes all the way back around. So, it's better to stick to your instincts. You can't fight what's in your nature.
ها عود الاشتقه. تبغى نروح يمين ولا يسار يا اخوك؟
والله ما
يا اخوك انت المعزز حقي.
يسار.
يسار
يسار.
يسار؟
In your nature, and here I was hoping we'd be all about natural selection, survival of the strongest and so forth.
Natural selection is all about evolution and progress, and as soon as there's enough...
Right is always right.
دائما صحيح.
Stories of death and the bodies left behind, a reminder that we're at the mercy of nature and the one that preys on others. Do you remember the beast that shattered your family, or did you choose to forget? You turned your back on our world and got lost in your own. Meanwhile, the predator only grew stronger.
ايش قاعد يسوي؟
هذه اللعبة ببلاش.
نو تخبر الطجمة هذا اللي بداية
Better
اللعبة.
make a run for it. This is not the time nor place to end this story.
اللعبة دي ببلاش ولا؟
لا بفلوس. في لعبة بلاش ما في الا فورتنايت.
لا في ألعاب بلاش أنا ما.
بس قليلة ما هي
It was
قد
best to run and live to fight another day. Let us hope you're ready for it when it comes.
صار نمشي على أربعة.
الملجأ.
The predator isn't the only threat. The wildlife started to mutate when the end of days began and the tree of life started to die.
يسار. ذبحتهم؟
هذا وين جاء؟
شوف وين حاطينه بس انت شوف شيء هذا.
The oil sludges everywhere. To most, it only means death, but some have adapted to the new environment and changed with it. Evolution has its ways.
والله علقت علقت في النفط هذا حقه. والله شو من فين.
عمو من البداية.
والله مبدأ.
The oil sludges everywhere. To most, it only means death, but some have adapted to the new environment and changed with it. Evolution has its ways. Crack-a-doo! Swoop.
ضابط.
ها؟
ها؟
الون يصد.
ايه.
انت عارف.
والله
Hot men.
الدهل.
You always find good use for things like that.
والله لا. هلا هلا. خلو يستاهل خل. ما في تيمات.
Look, an emergency box from the once was. A rare sight.
ها؟
الحركة دي تسحب طاقة كثير.
ايه.
That pipe looks weak. The claw bar should come in handy. Whoa! It's time to find a way out of this place. No, really, I mean it.
قفزة الأرنب.
The Morks produce biomatter in their multi-organ that they shed under distress. Blobs that affect the cellular coding strands of any living being when absorbed, including you.
ايش هذا؟ ايش هذا؟ يا كثر البيبان اللي فكها.
Toxanol built vessels called arks to save themselves from the impending doom. But was it too late? It is only from the flight logs of the single ark they left behind that we know other arks traveled through the sky and beyond. It seems those that came before us never lost hope in finding a new home for their kind.
لغز. يلا حلو. نحل اللغة سوا يلا.
يلا.
ما اعرف كيف التحكم. اوكي لتحت. ادورها R1. اوكي اللي فوق. خلي الابيض مع الابيض.
Just a few moves left. Make them count.
ايوه الابيض.
ولد سموني فيصل الغاز.
There are few records of the chain of events that led to the big apocalypse eons ago, but it's clear the world wasn't prepared for how recklessly the Toxanol Corporation would make its mark on the world. Their rare earth mining and nuclear industries generated tons of waste, and without consideration for the future, they dumped it all in landfills until they ran out of space. That's when they made the big mistake. They began dumping the toxic waste in the surf just off the coast instead, assuming that it would sink and decay with time. And they were right. But no one was prepared for what was about to unfold. Once in the surf, the radiation interfered with the genetics of the wildlife and created bizarre mutations in their offspring. It had an inconceivable impact on biodiversity and the entire ecosystem. The world as they knew it crumbled as nature retaliated. It would never be the same again, and what remained of it became ours.
ما شاء الله. يا أكثر فكة البيبان في اللعبة هذه.
The sound of spark metal going pew pew is never a good thing. It's coming from behind that door. A warning label. The box looks like a potential brain melt. It's going to take a bit of puzzling to short-circuit the door. There you go.
ما شاء الله علي. والله اني فنان.
بديل
The wheeled one
منتهي
is out.
الصلاحية.
You'd better help him out.
والله منتهي الصلاحية.
Slash and dash.
والله مو صاحي منتهي الصلاحية.
All things end. Shouldn't take much more. You should be able to use that.
ها؟
أول مرة تلعب اللعبة دي أساساً؟
أول مرة. دوبني محملها. ما لها 10 دقايق. بدل الطفش يا أخي. لي كم يوم طفشان. الحين يعني أقعد فترة ألعب فيها ليل أختمها.
The Deep, that's the last of them. Let's talk to the wheeled one before backup arrives.
يسار في واحد ثاني يسار ارجع
فين؟
يمين
أوه. ما شاء الله عليه. هذا اللي ينفع تلعب معه تفك له بث. إنسان فاهم.
إنسان فاهم وجيعان.
الله مرة لا ترجع مرة جيعان.
He wants to thank you for taking his side against the scavengers. He sounds familiar. You just
وانتهى
can't
الصلاحية
figure out
اسمه.
why.
والله
He
اسم على
presents
مسمى.
himself as out of date. He knows he's way overdue, but he hasn't given up.
ليت صورتها.
He doesn't seem surprised that you don't recognize him. You were just a child back then, the night everything changed. There have been rumors of a one-eyed Ronin seen outside the Great Wall, and he's happy to see it's true. The legend of the one-eyed child that grew up as an outcast is old and sad.
تقول؟
The child could have been anyone,
واتساب؟
but the evil it had fled had left a mark, a facial scar to remember the past.
معاه اشياء تقل.
منتهي الصلاحية. ها؟ دقيقة. ممكن اتفق اسمع مشاكل عشان الشرع يفر منه وقد تركتهم من الزواج.
It's a scar you're covering under that eye patch, isn't it? But he would have recognized you anyways. You look exactly like your Muma. There's no doubt you're the child, and that what Lupa Lupin did to your village, your Muma and Popsy, was the beginning of the end.
بداية منتهي الصلاحية.
He says it has taken you a long time to bring the past back up to the present, to find your way back, but he's grateful you have. It was after the attack that the unity fell apart. Your Muma's disciples divided and formed tribes as a reaction to the blight that had fallen upon the land. The impending threat of the World Eaters bringing down the Tree of Life is ever so close. He also worries about the Jagni tribe that's actively working for a doomsday and purging of the world. Had it not been for the Tree of Life, no one would have survived. He hopes you at least remember the tree.
شجرة الحياة. صديق جديد. ايش رايك في الصديق الجديد يا تريتا؟
يجيب صلاحية؟
لا ليش ما غير طقمي؟ اوه في الزمن الذي مضى. مستر طجمة.
Asks if you were tired, as it's a bit of a hike here from the village. He wonders if your Muma knows you. You're such a good child, so you probably did. Even the young forget. He understands why you came all the way out here. To see them, the potato people. The potato people, or Nono, are a wonder, somehow interlinked with this little tree here, fueling its source. You might be right. Like potatoes, they're packed with energy, an excellent source of ki. The Nono prefer to hide in glitter grass. He says you should get over. have found one. You should be proud. They don't come out for everyone. The Nono's key energy is just what the Pensai needs to complete its cycle and grow into a tree of life. Only time will tell. At least his intention is to dedicate his life to it. He has the feeling the fate of the world depends on it. You'll need to support the tree for a long time to come. The only way it'll grow tall is with the burst of ki released from the Nono as they become one with the tree. You'll need a net to catch the Nono, and he wants you to use his, but asks you to be gentle. The Nono are sensitive beings, and you handle that net like you...
ايش بدا؟
He's grateful for all the help he can get. There's lots of Nono out there that need to be guided to the roots of the Pensai tree. They're hiding in the glitter grass that mostly grows deep inside damp caves. One day, he hopes the tree will have grown tall enough to sustain the world. But today, your focus is getting this one to become one with the tree.
أدي جنون عشان
الله طجم. شجرة.
Now that you've seen the Nono's connection with the tree with your own eyes, you have no reason to doubt. From this day on, he'll make nurturing the Pensai into a tree of life, a life goal, not only for our village's sake, but for all of us, everyone. One day, the land won't be as peaceful. Not even your Muma will be able to protect us. You can already see the effects from how reckless those before us acted, and unless something changes, we're doomed. The land won't survive the side effects of the old world's industrial advances. He says you'd better hurry back to the village before your Muma comes looking for you. You did good here today. No, she's got lots on her mind and needs rest after the raid last night on the Lupin camp with her disciples. Wonders if they let the... He lost you there for a while, but no memory is alone. It's part of a trail you can follow. He says he remembers every single day he devoted to growing the Tree of Life, but now he's afraid it might be in vain. The tree started to die when the end of days begun, and it wasn't long after that that the World Eaters arrived. The genetic evolution that occurred after the